Exactly. So, like we've said previously, the Dreamhack Open is open to anybody who registered. So in this first game, you could go against Booga, or you could go against someone who's just, you know, having a little bit of fun. And look at that triple dink. Oh my gosh, Booga's on East Coast playing on the West region, but I don't think it's a problem to him, Levin. After seeing that, going in, looking to see if he can secure this full elimination here, leaving his teammate as a solo.
Well, like I said, it just doesn't surprise me. You ever heard the basketball expression, shoot is shoot? You know, great frag is frag. And, you know, ultimately, that's what I expect from Booga and Jamper. They're going to come out here, regardless of West or East. And, you know, they're going to do a great job. And on the conversation point of West or East, right? You know, we do see East teams be incredibly successful. Look, obviously the less talented players, and we'll see Booga here looking to take advantage of that as he finds his player here on the backside of the zone who seems to be struggling quite a bit. That guy's sort of lost his bearings. He's probably gone down to the storm by now. Yep, you see it, Booga able to pick it up and get the siphon out of that one as well, reclaim the mats, and I'm sure he's gonna regrouping with Jamper sometime soon, as looks like he's flexing the builds here for us.
He is cranking it out here, just fragging everybody on the low ground here. You can see, like Levin said in the first game, it's not as competitive. There's a lot more variety of players. So Booga's playing full low ground while his teammates securing the height, just getting as many eliminations as possible because there's no elim cap. You can get as many eliminations as you want in this game and it won't stop you from getting points. You can rack up as many as possible. So Booga right now, him and his duo have 22 eliminations, which is already incredible.
You don't think anyone's hitting that 40 bomb? I don't know, man. When I think of West, you know, I do think of, you know, players who are able to get 40 bombs. I don't know. I can just see someone doing it. You can see here Booga trying to close out his 20 bomb. I'm not going to hit 30 for this one, but trust me, a 20-something bomb win after your first game is nothing to laugh about. This is an amazing game so far, and hopefully we can see them close things out.
Exactly. A great way to start off the tournament here with a big maybe win. We'll have to see, but that's a huge RPG shot from Booga, managing to hit both opponents there, 115 on each player here, but now it's a 2v2 situation, Levin. Booga gets in and that's it. They secure the elimination, finishing the game with around 27 eliminations, if I'm not mistaken, and that victory royale, but quickly switching to Coach Arab.
Yeah, and you see now it's just a matter of time, really, because ultimately this player can't hold off forever. They're eventually going to have to move as a nature of the moving zones. But if Arab can delay until the finish comes through, that's exactly what I was about to say. Until the finish comes through, then that's all that he needs, really. But he needs to now be careful because his HP is dwindled down all the way to 5. Able to get the flopper off just in time and pick up the elimination. Arab getting things off started correctly in this first game, even as a solo able to take out duos. It actually looks like he will, and applying pressure to this duo. A solo fighting off against a duo for high ground. This is, you know, absurd. He picks up 1 now, and ultimately I think, yeah, he's prioritizing getting the finish and getting the loot out of it. Obviously he doesn't get it in the end, but still able to maintain the high ground here. And great scenes from Arab. I'm incredibly impressed. I do want to see if he's able to close this one out, as his mats do lower. He's going to have to eventually go for another pick. They've got to be able to close out games like this. And High Sky with the impulse play to regain height, takes out one player. Toasty gets absolutely toasted. But now another high ground impulse grenade. He's using it like it's the Kai launcher, knocks that player into zone, completely Lazars them, and that's going to be Toasty's teammate down as well. Bubsy unfortunately falls, which leaves High Sky in a position where he has to clutch this one out for himself.
He's got this, Levin. Are you seeing how High Sky's playing right now? He annihilated that duo on high ground. Now, with 4 opponents left, he's in a 1v4 situation. Don't know how many solos or duos they are, but maybe he can come out on top here. He has the high ground position. He has this third-party opportunity as they're fighting, but no, he's dropping down a little bit. This could get risky if they use an impulse up. He's just trying to find these eliminations and maybe even get this victory royale. 1v1 now, 2 players alive, him and his opponent, but he dies to Storm, and that's it. High Sky comes out on top.
I think they have to, right? When you're in this position after how your games have gone so far today, if they were to fumble this one somehow, I would deem that the end of this duo in my eyes, because this is a position where when you're an FNCS champion like Reverse, when you're a veteran controller player like Assault, you have to be winning these games. And maybe I've spoken too soon because Assault goes down.
Caster is
and
cursed.
reverse no mats. He doesn't have any materials to work with. He just needs to hit his shots.
This is not looking great, but he has floppers, Levin. He can play the heal game here. I really hope the caster's curse does not come out here. Assault played a little too aggressive, used 2 floppers, but look at this. There's still an opponent alive, but no, he does not have enough HP to out-tank reverse 2K and his 2 floppers. 324 points. Looking for elimination, but that's a full duo. He used his shot. He has to reload before he can shoot again with this Dragon's Breath, but he manages to get the reload, manages to secure that elimination as well, giving him a lot of materials here to work with. He has almost max materials, more than enough to get a top placement, but he's in a very bad zone position here, Levin. He has to do this rotation, which is not easy at all, but he's doing it. He's managing to get to zone. 20 HP, 10 HP, 1 more zone tick, and he gets eliminated. This is very stressful.
That saved this game, and now needing to get another play in this right side of the zone. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to Carl, because if he gets in just for a second too long, it's gonna be all over for him. And now, will he be able to connect with that shot that he really needs? A shockwave comes out from another play. He was able to avoid that in great fashion. The siphon does come through, and now there is more hope because he hits a 95 shot as well. And with this player, he might actually just be able to take the fight, because that player was seemingly getting in. That player must have no mats or something of the sort. But looking now for an opportunity, doesn't connect to the shotgun, and now left to resort to just the low ground where he is ultimately taken out. But what a game from Clicks. They're trying to look for some controller builds, forcing their way through here. With that wall there, I thought there was maybe another player on the other side. There wasn't. However, just going to continue on the path, finding that player on the back wall, picking up the elimination on him, but not able to actually pick up anything out of it because there are other players on the layer. And Booga with the trigger discipline to stay away from that fight.
Very good decision from Booga, but now with only 7 players left, Booga might try and go high here, but now they have full control of the low ground, it seems. And this is also a very good position if they have both duos alive to get eliminations just like that. Elim after Elim after Elim. Jamper securing one of that last ones. And now it's a 1v2 situation, actually, after he gets that huge shotgun shot. So now them versus a solo. Will they be able to come on top here? They have shockwaves, they have mats, they have shield, they have everything they need to win this battle here. They just have to not mess it up using the shockwave, trying to impulse the opponent into zone, but he actually gets lasered there, but he does manage to impulse them into zone. This is looking like a win for Jamper.
Yeah, but it's going to be important that the player doesn't get the siphon from Booga. He doesn't. Jamper closes it out.
Exactly. Nice little bouncer to take the hide. Now look at them raining from above with that AR. He's got more than 300 shots in that epic assault rifle. And look at that. Gets 1 elimination there already. Looking to get more here. 6 players alive, 4 opponents. Will he be able to come out on top with this victory? Him and his duo are on the high ground, so it's very likely they can pull off this victory royale. And look at these people on the low ground seem to not have many mats. Levin, this is looking like a great match for Innocence and Zork.
Yeah, and you see, we spoke about what we spoke about just earlier, right? Being able to apply ruthless amounts of pressure to the rest of the lobby. That gingerbread skin isn't having a fun time, and this Mitra skin won't be having a fun time for much longer. You see here, Innocent is getting very frag hungry. He needs to be careful because he's taking a zone. Fortunately, he pulls back, so he doesn't have to take any more, but it's great for them. In a situation where they don't have many Innocents, she has none. They have a position where they kind of are controlling the rest of the lobby. His teammate drops him some builds, and they can just continue to rain on the rest of the lobby.
It's true, and I believe it's 2 solos alive other than them, so it should be pretty straightforward, this victory, if they can manage to secure it. Zork actually throws him a flopper, not trying to play the heal off. They know it's a 2v1. They know they can frag this out. Right now, the last player is on low ground, so all they have to do is battle him out, 1v2, get that elimination. They've won the game. 71 blue, 75 white, and that's it. Innocence securing that elimination and also securing that victory royale. A blue tag, there's more than enough loot there. Also gave him a lot of materials, so now Collazo is just going to be able to continue this rotate. And instead of looking for eliminations, I believe they're just going to keep tarping it out, full tarping, guaranteeing that placement, so they confirm that qualification. But he got dropped down. It's looking a little dangerous here for Collazo. He gets cracked white, 28 HP. Will he be able to survive this? Manages to get a little tarp out. He does have a flopper. He can pop us alongside 2 minis, and now Collazo and D-Roller in the last section here of the end game. Will they be able to come out on top?
Yeah, and a nice shot connected there, right, to pick that one up. That's going to be a great potential refresh for them if they can get some decent mats out of it. And finding another player who's so lost in the sauce. What talking about? Absolutely losing your bearings. That guy decided a sand rotate was his best options. I'll tell you what, buddy, it definitely isn't. And Colazo punishes him for it. And now D-Roller is down, but Colazo, with a decent amount of mats left and decent positioning on this zone, looking to change his layer, tanking a bunch of zone for this, but he does have to flop us to compensate. Needs to make sure that these players don't get in on his wall, and he's struggling to do so because they are trying to get in. You see these guys persisting, even shots coming through builds at this point. That's the better downside of using wood. And as he only has wood left, it's going to be very hard for him to stop drawing attention to himself. Many players looking for wood opportunities. The impulse comes out to try and get him out of this sticky situation. And speaking about sticky situations, he puts himself on high ground, which could get even stickier in a couple seconds as he now has no materials, but he knocks the play out into the zone. And with no HP left, he finally goes down.
And I talked about them last week, and I'm so glad that they're performing so well because Acorn and Jack up on top again, 620 points, but Akode and Tuxi right behind them, only a 1 point difference between those two teams. In third place is going to be Bizzle representing FaZe and Furious